Yo, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about all things Bandai Namco because there's been a lot of Bandai Namco news in the news recently, so let's go ahead and get right into it here. The Tales of series has topped 20 million units sold since it first debuted all the way back in 1995. Pretty cool stuff, and we have some events that are kind of going on, some celebrations a bit that Bandai Namco is doing to celebrate 20 million units plus sold. So, total sales of the Tales of series have topped a whopping 20 million units worldwide, Bandai Namco has recently announced. The RPG series first launched in December 1995 with the release of Tales of Fantasia for the Super Famicom. A lot of you guys probably didn't know about that. The most recent entry was Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC back in January 2019. Now, Bandai Namco is doing 3 separate campaigns to celebrate this milestone that you guys can take a part of. So one, there is a digital sale. The digital editions of various Tales of series titles will go on sale. Specific titles will be announced at a later date. Now, the Steam sale is live though, so links in the description below for that. Next is wallpaper and icons. There are free Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition wallpaper and a set of Tales of series social network service icons that are now available for download, and that was tough for me to say. I had a couple takes on that one. Next is Tales of Memories Twitter campaign. Tweet out your Tales of Memories with the hashtag, you guys see that there, for a chance to be one of 3 winners of a Tales of Festival 2019 pamphlet signed by the cast. So pretty cool there. A new title in the Tales of series is currently in development for consoles as well. The Tales of Festival 2019 will run from June 15th to the 16th at the Yokohama Arena. So a lot of cool Tales stuff going on here, and I want to give you guys just a little bit of my history with the Tales series before we move on to the next topic here with Bandai Namco. And I'm a huge fan. My first one was Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube, the player's choice, baby. So when I picked that up for 20 bucks back in the day, and I was absolutely hooked. I started playing some of the older ones. I started playing the newer ones. Tales of Vesperia was really good, and that actually became my favorite Tales of game of all time, is Tales of Vesperia. I absolutely love the game, love the characters, love the story, beat it all the way through, pretty much did everything that I can do in that game, got a lot of the achievements. I know I didn't 100% it, but I know I got a ton of the achievements back on the Xbox 360, and the Definitive Edition is really good as well. Fixed a lot of the issues that with the original release of the game, added some new content in from the PS3 Japan exclusive release, so great stuff all around. And the next Tales of game is in development. They did say that they want to start with Tales of Vesperia, the start of it being multi-platform, because before in the past there was all sorts of weird exclusivity with this series, and I'm not sure why they did that, but sometimes you'd see games exclusive to Vita or the Nintendo 3DS or the PS3 or the PS4, or sometimes only on like PSP. It was so weird. The localization sometimes took forever or would just not come at all. The Tales of series has just been a weird series when it comes to popularity and when it comes to what systems it's on, but it seems like going forward, especially with the release of Tales of Vesperia, that it's going to be a multi-platform type of thing, and I think that they're going to enjoy much better sales success with that, because while this is great, 20 million, it did come out back in 1995, and there have been multiple titles in the series. So if you release it on more platforms, chances are you're going to sell a lot more than 20 million in the next 2 decades. So we'll see what happens going forward for the Tales of franchise and what they do. But overall, I'm excited and I'm happy that they were able to reach this milestone, especially considering the type of management that was behind the Tales of series and what they've done before. So what do you guys think of the 20 million? What do you guys think about these different campaigns to celebrate the milestone? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next bit of Bandai Namco news, and this one's a big one. We have some new retail listings for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory for the Nintendo Switch. So Spanish retailers FNAC and Game.es have listed Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory for the Nintendo Switch. Now, both of these listings have been removed. Game.es still hosts a placeholder Switch box art for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory on its server. Now, both websites listed the Switch version as due out on October 30th. The June 2019 issue of V-Jump teased a big Digimon news for July 2019 issue, which is due out on May 21st, so we might get some more details there. It is possible the Nintendo Switch version will be officially announced in its pages. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory first launched for the PlayStation 4 and the PS Vita back in December 2017 in Japan, so not too old there, followed by a January 2018 release in North America and Europe. And let's go over just a brief overview of the game for those who don't know about this game. Now get ready to dive back into the digital world in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. Set in the near future, the line between the real and digital worlds is blurred, and logging into cyberspace is part of everyday life. In the shadows lurk hackers utilizing computer viruses called Digimon to commit mischief and crimes. Framed and accused of wrongdoings, Kitsuke Amazawa has no choice but to dive into the digital world to not only clear his name and prove his innocence, but to protect his loved ones. Here are the key features of the game. You have the untold story, discover the mysterious backstory of the events that happened in Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Cyberpunk atmosphere, dive into a deeper and darker adventure where the real world and technology blend seamlessly. Featuring more than 320 Digimon from the animated series. Scan, raise, train, and battle Digimon in a classic turn-based gameplay. So there you go here, guys, and I've been waiting for this one because this felt, since it came out on the Vita originally back with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, I thought that this would be perfect for the Nintendo Switch ever since the system was revealed. However, we haven't gotten anything to this point. The Digimon games have pretty much been PlayStation exclusives, but it does seem like this is going to be coming over. We do know that Digimon Survive is coming to the Nintendo Switch alongside the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and I think even PC as well. So it makes sense that they probably want to bring over some of the other Digimon games too. So there should be a lot of Digimon news this summer because we do have Digimon Survive getting some information coming, and now this one here we're getting some stuff that maybe that could be coming as well. So it should be a good Digimon summer for those who are interested in the series, and it'd be great if it did come over to Nintendo Switch because I feel that this type of turn-based gameplay and battle system works really well for the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory potentially coming over to the system? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the final topic here, we have a Code Vein sighting, brand new gameplay footage in addition to a closed network test set for later this May. So the God Eater team developed action RPG has finally returned. Bandai Namco will host a closed network test for Code Vein on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One later in May. The company has officially announced the closed network test will allow players to create their own character, play through the opening segment of Code Vein, and play through an online co-op dungeon. Registration for the closed network test is available. You guys can check that out. There'll be a link in the description below and sign up, and if you get in, they'll let you know via email. Now, additional details regarding the times and dates for the closed network test will be announced at a later date when they actually figure all of this out. Now, in addition to the closed network test, there's been various outlets that have published new previews of Code Vein, including gameplay footage and screenshots. So there's a bunch of that, and I'll have some of that footage running for you guys. And I've watched through a lot of the footage here because a lot of it is like 40 minutes long and stuff like that. So I've seen through the whole thing here, and the game definitely is looking a lot cleaner than what it did before. It looks better, but the one thing that still worries me about this game is going to be the combat and the progression. I'm looking through this game, and while it looks okay, it doesn't seem like it's still clicking like some of the other games out there like Dark Souls or Sekiro or other games like that. Now, I still have to play it. That's the big thing here. I don't want to just sit here and say that the game looks horrible and everything like that, because now that it's returned, it definitely looks better than what it did before. We have to give credit where credit is due. It looks a lot better. It seems like they've overhauled a little bit of the UI and kind of how the enemies react and the look of the game. It seems like it's going to be a solid game, but I'm still a little bit worried here when it comes down to it. I know they're doing this closed network test, so I'm hoping that anything else and feedback and stuff like that can be given to them. But I'm excited about the game because I really want to play Code Vein. I think it's a cool looking game, just based on the concept, not based on what I saw before, because based on what I saw before wasn't great. But this does give me some more hope. It seems like it's been cleaned up quite a bit. This game disappeared last year and finally reappeared at this point more than like half a year later or something like that. So it was supposed to come out last year. So the fact that they are cleaning it up, they're getting this network test done, and they're probably going to take more feedback in terms of what they need to do to make the game better is definitely a good thing. But we'll have to wait and see how this all turns out, because Code Vein at this point, it's still just like, we have to wait and see, right? We have these previews, and some of the previews, people playing the game necessarily don't make it look that great, but I need to see a little bit more of the game. But overall, I am liking the look of it. I do think that it looks definitely better than what we saw before. I like the graphics in the game. It seems like it has a really cool style to it, and it seems like it's running really good. So overall, not bad, but just need to see a little bit more. I want to see how they integrate the online co-op into the game. I think that's always fun when you have these action RPGs that do co-op and how they do it. Dark Souls does it in a completely different way than what you'd expect in normal games, but I do like the UI, I do like what they've done, and it does seem like they are improving the game quite a bit from when we last saw it. It does seem a little bit slow at times, like when I see some of the big weapons here. I'm never a fan of the bigger weapons, so I'll definitely be checking out some of the smaller ones and the faster ones to equip here, but it does seem like it's going to be pretty cool. It does seem like it's going to be pretty cool, and like I said, the graphics have been bumped up, and the style of the game definitely seems a lot better, but it's definitely Dark Souls-ish. It's from looking at the gameplay here. Definitely anime Souls. So we'll see how it works out at the end here. But what do you guys think about Code Vein here with some of the new gameplay? Are you guys going to sign up for this test? And what do you think about the rest of the information that we talked about from Tales of series topping 20 million units, Digimon story potentially coming over to Nintendo Switch in Code Vein? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.